Alright, fine. The shit that scares me so much about ISIS is that our government is handling it wrong, and the issue's only going to get worse. Islam is not a fucking small religion. There's a lot of them. Way more than 2 million.
2 billion.
2 billion. That's a third of the world's population. Well, not quite. But, yeah. And it's just... Like, and
it's a lot of money, it's a lot of troops.
And everything we do is just going to make it worse, dude. The only thing we can do is pull out. The way to defeat ISIS is let them defeat themselves and fucking infiltrate our ideas into their youth, because people die in their 20s over there. So all you gotta do is influence the next batch of kids. Give every kid over there that's 15 or 16 and under a 4G smartphone. You know what I mean? That alone would eliminate so much shit.
Or
give them
piss them off.
Well, yeah, like we go over there and we kill their parents and shit. It pisses them off. We go over there and fucking give them knowledge and let them see how fucked up their religion and stupid it really is to be running around killing yourself at that age, and they fucking won't. You know what I mean? They have a third option. Those kids have no option. Plus, most of them, you know what I mean? They're mad at us for legitimate reasons. So if we just stop, the only people that would be left to be mad at us for just legitimate reasons is the people that are alive now. You know, we leave. If we don't fuck with them, then we can influence the next youth. And just let them kill each other. Let them stay madder at each other than they are at us. But they're pretty fucking mad at us. But you know, America's not even the most like, we get way less terrorist attacks here than most of the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Even China.
London used to be like the center point of it.
London, yeah, they just got attacked again. God damn it, man. That shit's fucked up. Do you even know what happened? Or did you just see London attacked like me and not even give a fuck?
France.
I saw how many was dead and I seen it and I'm like, okay.
France is our original ally.
But I mean, if you think about it, the way that our government is dealing with it is going to turn it from this tiny fucking problem that was over there into them being really, really fucking strong. You know what I mean? Plus they can use like we're so fucking vulnerable over here to their type of attacks. And the more we fuck with them, the harder they get. Like, it's like fucking the Mongols were an outlaw motorcycle club that had like 8 people. And fucking the Hells Angels started fucking with them. And the Hells Angels just took the shit way, way too far. Like, fucking blew up a funeral and shit like that. And so the little motorcycle club was so mad that their fucking hatred turned them into somebody just as big as them. You know what I mean? Like, they were able to grow quick as hell.
Yeah, we could just leave ISIS alone.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking only get bigger. It's not even ISIS. Even if you give them a different name, it's not even these people that we call ISIS. They don't know each other. One side doesn't know each other, and they don't know this. Their leaders might not even know each other. You know, and even if we wipe out ISIS, and the other side fucking comes, it's not just the fucking Shiites or the Sunnis. They both don't like Americans. If we keep fucking with them, none of them will like us over there. The more we fuck with them. But yeah, let the other world take it on. I'm glad Paris got hit instead of America, because that means that fucking Paris can go spend their money. We can quit fucking with it. Let Russia fuck with them. We'll get the fuck out of there, dude.
Yeah, we can't let Russia get any kind of foothold anywhere.
Why? What's your problem with Russia?
I like Russia just fine.
Yeah, what's wrong with them? I feel like Russia's fine. If they want that piece of shit, let them take it.
It's like,
we don't want it.
It's like your brother. If you grow up your brother, you still get fucking annoyed with them. Fucking, you still fight, and you know, it's like the America and Russia, the same power. And, one of them has to be in the lead, and the other one's got to fuck with the other one. It has to be a rivalry.
Oh yeah, but it doesn't. But so what? They won't. But like, it's just stupid to say that. I know you're on America's side, but like, it just sounds ridiculous, because when America goes into another country and does shit, we don't fucking. I guess other, you know, but who cares? Let them have it, dude. It's not gonna be good for them anyways. They can have that piece of shit. We don't want it, dude.
That would be very good for them. It's a great important property for them. tied in bed with Syria.
Depends how you look at it.
Syria will just help them out that way.
I
Unless we
think
go to war with them.
you want to know what I think is going to happen. I think Putin's got a long-term strategy. He's going to go in there. He's going to fucking spend a shit ton of money. Fucking try to infiltrate this shit smartly and shit, and probably still fail. It'll probably just end up costing a bunch of money. You know what I mean? And, I mean, maybe not, because they're right there. So all they gotta really do, but you know what a lot of it is Russian. When I think of Russians, I think of white people. And Syrians, I think of Arabs, you know?
That is what it is.
So why the fuck do they want to go over there? What the fuck do they plan to accomplish?
A lot. Football brains are fucking...
Let them have it. Who cares, dude?
Because last time they fucking had that territory, they also owned Kazakhstan and
so what?
Croatia, Czechoslovakia, all that. So they're gonna fucking retake that shit over.
So the fuck what? They're not gonna take over America. Who cares? I feel like it's better that they're taken over by Russia than that they're ran by the current fucking people that run it. Who else is gonna run it? I know the United States ain't volunteering to step up and run that country.
Yeah, but Czechoslovakia and all those, they're still socialistic in a way, but they're like democracies.
That's what I'm saying.
They're fundamentally different.
So, I'm just saying, if you're for America, like, why does it matter?
Communism can work, but you don't want Russia communism on fucking one communist places.
Russia's not really communist anymore.
Yeah, they are.
And they're moving more and more towards.
You don't think they're communist?
They're not.
No, just on papers. They're called Russia on maps and papers, but they're really still USSR.
No, that's insane, dude.
Insane.
To think that they're still USSR when they're all different fighting countries, like the countries that used to be all Russia now fight each other, and you think they're all still together?
No, not all them countries. I'm just talking about Russia.
You mean? No. What do you mean it's still the USSR? They had a revolution, dude.
Yeah, but the fucking president's still the fucking president. He's still a dictator.
Putin was not the president before the revolution.
No, not during that. Like I'm saying, Putin right now.
Now he's running it he's running it with an iron fist. That's true, but it's not like it used to be. He's communist, but he's not all the way communist.
They have to do that. They have to, because they did have free.
It's not.
They did tear down the communists, so they have more free laws. So
It's a lot more free than it used to be. That's for sure. It's not like it was. They're not forced to live in houses and told what to do and how to.
That doesn't mean that they're gonna keep doing that. Russia might fucking just become fucking Russia, what it used to be in any split second. And how that would happen if they start gaining more land and more consolidation.
But what do you mean what they used to be? You think that they'd go back to being communists?
Yeah.
In what sense of the word? Like, what's your definition?
They might be more free.
What's your definition? Like, what do you think that they would do? Exactly.
They're gonna be fucking Russia again.
But so what?
They're gonna be the Axis to our allies.
No, Russia can be our ally.
Yeah,
we need to quit looking at our enemies. They're not doing anything to us. And Putin's.
I personally like Russia. Russia's a shit. It's just in living in America, Russia doing good is not necessarily good for us. It could be if they're fucking smart, but in history they've never been.
They're not even close to us, like, financially. So whatever. Let them fucking. Putin will figure it out, dude. Really, the best thing for Putin to do would be open up free trade and start competing with American companies and offering no tax to outside companies and shit like that and start bringing them all in. But you know, Putin really went. You know, the thing that I like about Putin is he stood up for his country when it came to outside interests trying to take it over. You know what I mean? When it came to like American banks and shit trying to go over there and run shit, play that, dude.
Because he's fucking dictator. He wants to control it. And he does.
Yeah, but that's good. It could be good for the country, but not necessarily good for Russians. But it could.
He's not as extreme as Stalin, but he still holds the same fucking personal values as Stalin. He grew up during that time.
What do you mean personal?
He's a fucking Soviet.
What do you think? He's against America and he wants to bomb us?
Yeah, he fucking hates us.
Yeah,
he dislikes us, but I don't think his big fight's with America.
No, it's not. I don't think he respects or really likes Obama, but I think that Russia and America get along pretty damn good.
You can tell Russia just wants to have his old respect back, and that's why they're going to start fucking trying to gain land.
Yes.
The allies.
But what is wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that.
But it's
That's
not
exactly
good
what
for
they should
America.
do. I disagree. I think that in some senses it could be bad for America. Like, I can see your point, but I don't even see it. Like, what do you think, it's going to take away our jobs or something?
China? They have more fucking option, more fucking value to put in towards that area, and they're communists too, just by...
Then they're just communism. They always fuck itself up. The best thing that China ever happened to China was when fucking Hong Kong went fucking free market. And look at Hong Kong to the rest of China. So they'll figure it out too. You know what I mean? Hong Kong is the most developed city in the world. By far. They say you can walk for miles in Hong Kong without ever hitting solid ground. You go nothing through atrium, through mall, through fucking parking structure, through atrium, or not even parking structures. Just, you literally walk everywhere, from building to building, and there's bridges in between the buildings, and there's sidewalks, and there's malls. And I mean, not sidewalks, but you know what I mean. Fucking crazy. But yeah, the Chinese people are fucking stupid, dude. I don't think that when people talk about race, you know what it is white people are really the smartest in every single, with every IQ. Like as far as being smart, white people are the smartest by far. But white people have been so fucking guilted that we'll, like, lie about this shit. You know what I mean? When we're trying to prove our point, we'll be like, well, if you look at tests, white people score higher than black people, and Asians score slightly higher than white people, or on average, you know, because they always got to throw in the on average, otherwise people take this shit like, you know what I mean?
It's based on the education system.
I don't think so. I think it's based on evolution. I think most of human nature is based on fucking, you act like your fucking parent.
Other people, they are different than us by genetics.
Yeah, genetically, dude. Like, if you look at a kid that fucking got raised and his dad wasn't never around,
you can even be
they still end up like really similar, you know what I mean?
I mean, you can even be two different kind of white people, because there's, you know, people descended from Neanderthals and people descended from the newer fucking version of fucking the ancient people. So there's really two fucking sets of white people, and possibly a third or fourth, and actually probably more, but the two of the dominant ones came together. That's what makes Homo sapiens. There's Neanderthals, whatever, what they fucking took over. Neanderthals was actually a lot smaller than the other fucking ancient people.
This is my theory on it. There was two different types of people. There's the Homo sapiens, like what you're talking about, and then the Neanderthals, right? Is that what you just said?
There's a whole bunch. There's like 16 categories from, you know, the original, and then each of them had their ages of different, you know, we had different bone structure, different genetics, different stuff. So there's Homo sapiens, which is nowadays. And Neanderthals were out there in Africa.
So it started off as two, yeah.
Out there toward, you know, the east.
I feel like it started off as two.
There's more people all over the world.
A monkey,
those are the big ones.
And a fucking Homo sapien or something, you know what I mean? They started fucking.
Yeah, Homo erectus.
And what happened is everybody interbred for a long fucking time, but a lot of people stayed white. You know, a lot of people kept bloodlines pure. Like, over here was one type of people, and over here was the other type of people. And in the middle, they bred with each other. And then it slowly leaked out, and a little bit still crept over here, a little bit of our DNA, and a little bit still crept over here. And the longer it happened, the more similar we got. But there's still traits, and then we broke apart. And then that's why people on, like, islands, you know what I mean? That's why people on continents that are surrounded by water are considered some of the stupidest people in the world, because they were fucking, you know what I mean? Then Africa's over here, and they're all, you know how they evolved, fucking, they're running around killing each other and shit. And then there was the white people up here, and they were smart than a motherfucker, took everything over, civilized the whole world basically. That's why I don't get why people hate Britain. Like, I mean, why America's like, if you're American, you should still be proud of, like, Britain. Like, Britain colonized us, you know what I mean? So we're kind of British too.
I'm not. I'm Irish and Scottish.
But you know what?
I have no English ties.
But we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the British fucking coming here and colonizing it. Even though we fucking told them to fuck off, we're not gonna give you any more money for doing that for us. But it's still because of them.
Yeah, of course.
If it wasn't for them, imagine
America
what the world would have looked like.
by British people
And people are so crazy. It's like, dude, what do you think the world would look like without white people? Really? You think it would look anything like it does today? Computers, smartphones, any of that shit? No. None of it.
No, it would.
You think so?
No, that's true.
No. Japan Japanese? I don't think so. I think what happens is that white people,
Japan,
the smart ones,
Japan
they
got-
just work really fucking
they work
hard,
really
so they get
fucking
ahead
hard.
of us, but only by little
Well,
distances. They don't get ahead of us
Japan only got
really. They
around
just
how
kind
it
of
is now
do.
because of silicon chip. The silicon chip, they fucking were able to mass produce the shit and do it better. But what they lost on it was American innovation. So America was always a step behind in the 80s and 90s in Japan in electronics and microprocessors.
Yeah, that's just because of trade deals and stupid shit that America did. But
No,
they could just
America's
make. They could
companies
make
sat
them cheap.
back and fucking put stock and all that.
Yeah, I
shit.
know what you.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. They fucking. They just worked 40 hours a day. You know what I
They're the
mean?
one in
To
innovation.
figure- Yeah,
Innovation
we're
fucking-
smartest. We're the smartest. Just because somebody outworked us doesn't mean they're smarter. It means they might be naturally a
Now
harder
America-
working
now
people,
America are dominating fucking-
which I'd say is true. You know what I mean? And I'm white, so I'm not being racist against white people when I say I think that Asian people genetically are probably harder working on average,
Well, it started
and
with
white people
culture.
are smarter
Started
on
with-
average.
It started with their culture.
But like if you, I know that in like China, I don't know if it happened in Japan, but they're saying like white people have been like going to China for a long time, and what would happen is these white people from fucking way back before countries, they go over to Japan and they fucking start fucking, you know, and have a bunch of kids and shit, but the kids' blood would stay more light skinned. And even to this day, you can tell when a Japanese guy is more light-skinned that his family's got some white in them, and they're always like on average, far better off than the fucking really dark-skinned ones. You know, they're really, you know, you could almost say that about any race. Any race that the more white features they have, the more intelligent they are.
Yeah, but that's not 100% true.
What do you mean?
Because there's individuals out there that break that barrier.
That's what I'm talking about on averages here. Like, you can't always, there's always outliers, but in everything, it's not a fucking, ow,
You
bitch.
shouldn't talk your head.
Yeah, right, it would hit me in the eye.